Do you ever sit back and think about all those PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 and Xbox games you played back in your childhood days? Well, today we're going to channel them inner thoughts and bring back the top 10 games you most likely played when you were young. Let's start off. Coming in at number 10, we have the mighty Buzz series. So, Buzz, you probably would have played Buzz Jr., which was coming up next in the list. But Buzz is a game where basically it's a quiz show and there's different topics, and you basically just have to press the right colour for the right answer, as you can see on the screen. Right now, first one to press that gets the most points, and so on. So, Buzz was first released for the PS2 in 2005 with the music quiz. Then in 2006 came the big quiz. Hollywood and Mega Quiz followed in 2007. School Quiz came in 2008, and then Sports Quiz and Brain in the UK came in 2009, and then finally was Quiz World, which was the only release for PlayStation 3, also released in 2009, making it the final Buzz game. Buzz was like a very fun game. It was always a game you probably would have played with your parents or older siblings, and it was a game where you most likely didn't know any of the answers and you just guessed, but you still played it, but you just guessed. Anyway, that was number 10. Next up is number 9. Coming in at number 9, we had the Buzz Jr. series. Now this is one you probably will have played over the normal Buzz series. Buzz Jr. was always for the younger generation. So yeah, the one you can see on screen now is Buzz Jr. Jungle Party, which was its first release in 2006. Monster Rumble was then to follow in 2007, along with Robo Jam, also in 2007, and then finally Dino Den and Ace Racers came out in 2008. Basically, the difference between normal Buzz and Buzz Jr. is Buzz Jr. is just sort of childish games that anyone could play, basically. It's not quizzes, and it was a super fun game. If you didn't play it, I feel sorry for you, but it was such a fun game. Really competitive. Obviously in this one you're seeing on screen, you are monkeys, Dino Den your monsters, Robo Jam your Robo, and Dino Den your dinosaurs. Ace Racers was one I never played, but would have liked to play. Anyway, this was number 9. Time to move on to number 8. So the next game at number 8 is a game I put in here just because it was the first game I ever played. It's my first ever video game. It is Madagascar. I don't know if you did play it, but it was a really fun game. I didn't like Madagascar 2. I've never played number 3, but Madagascar 2, it was a fun game. So yeah, I just put this in here because it was my first ever game, and that's what's coming in at number 8. Next we come in at number 7 to the Violent Lives of Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto was first released on the PS1 in 1998, and then number 2 came out in 2000, followed by number 3 in 2001, which was not the first release for the PlayStation 2. Then in 2002, Vice City came out, and then 2003 they went back to PS1 and brought out a special edition which was London. Then San Andreas, which came out in 2004, Liberty City Stories in 2006, and then finally Vice City Stories in 2007. The one you're watching now is obviously the beloved San Andreas, which personally, and to a lot of people will agree with me, was the best. And then a lot of other people say Vice City was the best. San Andreas was my first one. I only ever played San Andreas, Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories. I never got to play Vice City because I was certainly too young at the time. So San Andreas was my first one, and I had so much fun on it, just roaming around. It was the first game that I'd ever actually played where you could, just roam around without having to do missions, apart from another game which will be on the list very, very soon. So that was number 7. I'm sure a lot of you guys did play this game. It was extremely fun, even though I didn't know what half the terms meant on why people were walking around in bras and pants in the middle of the night I don't understand, but I still loved it. So that was number 7. On to number 6. Sneaking his way into number 6, we have 007. See what I've done there? Sneaking. He's an agent. Okay. Anyway, James Bond. There was a lot of releases for this year as well, and if I do miss any, I'm sorry. And if I missed one that you played, please don't be raging. I'm sorry. I did struggle to find them all. Anyway, the first one that I could find was Agent Under Fire, which came out in 2001. Then next year with Nightfire in 2002. Everything and Nothing was in 2004, followed by From Russia with Love in 2005, and then finally was Quantum of Solace in 2008. I know there is GoldenEye. I couldn't find a release date for it. I don't know when it was released, so apologies about that. Anyway, From Russia with Love was my first one, and it was really fun. The other one that I really enjoyed was Everything or Nothing, but that's the one you're seeing on screen right now. It was a sort of fun game. I don't know if there's actually a movie on Everything or Nothing. I think there was. Once again I struggled to find it. It was a Pierce Brosnan one, and I really enjoyed it. Same with From Russia with Love. If you played it, you all know what I mean. It was really fun. They are pretty addicting games. So that was number 6. Moving on to number 5. Okay, so moving into the bottom half, this is where the fun begins. So number 5, we have the beloved Sims. Sims was just an amazing game, you can't say anything else about it. Sims 2 is one that's on the screen right now. Obviously there was a load more releases for the PlayStation 2, including these. So in 2003, The Sims made its debut on PlayStation 2 with The Sims 1. Then 2003 as well, The Sims 1 had an expansion game thing, sort of, with Busting Out being released. 2004 came The Herbs Sims in the City. This one confused me. I played it, and I never, could understand how to play it. I don't know. I suppose I was pretty young then. I was only 6 when it came out. Or when I played it even. Anyway, moving on, in 2005 we seen The Sims 2, that's one that's on screen, and in 2006 came The Sims 2 Pets. For me it was a massive letdown. I really did not enjoy it. I really did not enjoy that game. And then The Sims 2 Castaway was the final Sims 2 release, and final release on PlayStation 2. Castaway annoyed me, but I played it because I just struggled with it so much. I just could not live. If you haven't played it, basically you make your sim, you're on a boat, your boat crashes, you're on a beach, and you have to live on the beach. You have to get coconuts from trees, palm leaves to sleep on, and all this here mad things, and I struggled with it so much, but I still played it, and I kept playing it, and it just annoyed me because I kept playing it, but I didn't enjoy it. So yeah, The Sims, if you haven't played The Sims, I'll be surprised, but basically you make your character, you control them, you live their lives, you go and make relationships, buy stuff, just be awesome, and yeah. So this was number 5, so let's move on. Coming in at number 4, we have the Child's, slightly older than Child's, okay. I would say probably 12, 10, 11, around that age. Their version of GTA, Bully, or Can-M Edit. That name just annoyed me. It was first released in 2006 as Can-M Edit. Then in 2008 they brought it back out, Bully Scholarship Edition. So I don't know, I didn't understand the first names. Anyway, basically the moral of the game is, next time the idea of the game is basically you're this kid Jimmy, your mom and your stepdad go on honeymoon, leave you at the school, Bulworth Academy, and you just have to make your way through 6 chapters I believe, and going through it school year, and you basically just have to take on life as a school kid. Obviously you'll get missions, you go to class, you can go outside, obviously as you can see right now, you can go out of the school into the town, but that's in second chapter you have to do that in. But yeah, and you get a fight. It's just basically, sorry, like GTA except in a school. There's no guns, there's no cars, there's like a moped, and that's it. So there's no like, you can't drive cars. There's cars around, but you can't drive them. There's skateboard. Yeah. So that's Bullet. Yeah, I'm sure most of you played it. If you didn't, I'd probably be surprised. But it was a really fun game. Yeah. So let's move on to numero 3. Coming in at number 3, we have got ScoobyDoo Mystery Mayhem. It was a super fun game. If you did not play it, you might have played it. I don't know how popular it was back then, but it came out in 2004, and I'm gonna go do this one. There was a load of other releases, like now 100 Frights, I think, and I think there was a couple more, but this is the only one I really played. So I'm just gonna put this one in here. Anyway, basically there's 5 levels. I think it's basically all set on a movie, Hollywood thing. Yeah, it's like the first level you're in a library, second level you're in I don't know what's second level. Second level's like a castle / Egyptian thing. It changes. Number 3, you're in a like western place, like a western town, yeah. And then number 4, you're in a swampland. I always hated that one. It was just, the swampland was just so annoying. I can't remember quite, but you've got like the health is like not great, and getting hit or something. Anyway, whatever it was, your health went down pretty fast. I think it was getting hit by ghosts, and I always had the tiniest health, and it annoyed me so much because I could never do it. And then, because I love the 5th level. The 5th level I found super fun, but I can never get past the 4th one to get to the 5th one. So in the 5th one, you're in a lab, a science lab, and basically, yeah, you basically Fred, Velma, and Daphne get turned into enemies, and then they chase you and stuff, and that's just a lot of fun. Anyway, let's move on to number 2. Guys, coming in at number 2, we have got my first ever free roaming game. I know a bunch of you have played this, I just know. The Simpsons Hit and Run. It was just the game, it was like, it was like the younger Grand Theft Auto. Like, if you stole a car in this game, you were a pimp, like, you were off the rails, you were going mad. Like, anyway, Simpsons Hit and Run, released, I'm not sure when, I think 2006 it was, or 2005. Anyway, PS2 game. Basically, your first level you're Homer, second level you're Bart, third level you're either Marge, I think you're Marge the 3rd level, then you're Lisa the 4th, then you're Bart again the 5th, and then you're back to Homer on the 6th level. And basically, there's gags, there's like coins, there's clothes you can buy, cars you can buy, what else is there? There's like these collector cards that are around the map, and you basically just have to try and find them. There's big wasps of cameras in them you have to just try and destroy to get coins, and yeah, then you've got the normal missions, and the mission is always up in the top left, as you can see there. There's Marge, this is just the first level. You can see in the top right now, yeah, that's a collector card, that's the Buzz collector card for Homer. So yeah, this game was loads of fun. The storyline's actually pretty good. I always enjoyed the storyline. You can go meet other characters, like the cars you can get are pretty cool, and the clothes you can get, like all the gags and stuff are references to episodes of the actual show. So, and the collector cards that he just got there, they're also references. As you can see, them boxes in the background, they give you money, and obviously you need coins to do what you need. There's a wasp that I was just talking about. So yeah, I'm sure you did play Simpsons Hit and Run. It was a super fun game. But now, I know nearly all of you will play this game once, You probably do know what it is by now. Let's go on to number 1. Let's do it. Finally guys, in at number 1 we have got Crash. It always was going to be number 1, and always will be number 1 for me anyway. It was an unbelievable game. If you didn't play it, you missed out. You really did. It was like, obviously if you're like older and you weren't born say in the PS2, PS1 era, you wouldn't really have known. The gameplay you're actually seeing right now is the original Crash Bandicoot. Number 1 is from, I believe, 1996 on PlayStation 1. That's just me. It might not be. It might be later than that. Maybe 1998 or something. But yeah, so Crash Bandicoot obviously made its debut on PlayStation 1 with Crash Bandicoot 1, and then came up like a couple of years later, I think it was 2000, yeah, came Crash Bandicoot 2, and then sometime after that came Crash Bandicoot 3, and then finally on the PlayStation 1 was Crash Team Racing, and then came into the PlayStation 2 era with, I don't know what order these go guys, so these are just all the ones. There's Crash Bandicoot The Worth of Cortex, Crash Twinsanity, Crash Neo Kart, Crash Bandicoot Mind Over Mutant, and Crash of the Titans. Now, I played them all, I played them all, except for the racing ones. I didn't play Crash Tag Team Racing or Crash Neo Kart, or I didn't play the first ones. I played Crash Bandicoot 2, and yeah, that's it. I didn't play Crash Bandicoot 1 or Crash Bandicoot 3 or Crash Team Racing, but Crash Twinsanity is and always will be my favourite. It's the first one I ever played, and what really introduced me to Crash, and it was such an enjoyable game. I would happily play it over and over. So Crash Twinsanity is actually coming up here in a minute of gameplay. Anyway, if you ever see, I'll show you the pictures on screen in a bit, but Crash of the Titans and Crash Mind Over Mutant, they're always different animations. Here we go, here is Crash Twinsanity. Yeah, it was also PS2. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot Mind Over Mutant and Crash of the Titans, they were always sort of different, and I never really liked them because the animation was all different, and like the Crash, well, how Crash looks now, it looks nothing like them. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this. I have personally enjoyed doing this here, like really a lot. We've got to be top 10s out every week now, every Friday, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And yeah, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Maybe they will have played some of these games. Maybe you've played all these games and you were just a gaming pro back in the day. Any of the new generation, like say you were born, I don't know, like after 2005, that sort of when, maybe 2004 and after, that's when you didn't play these games, and I know you didn't, because unless you had older siblings that had one. Anyway, I'm just rambling on. Thank you guys very much for watching, and peace.